It's been a busy couple of weeks since the general election, and with such a large majority in Parliament, this Labour government is already taking measures which really raise some important red flags for us in North Bedfordshire. Now, I promise to be your strong local voice, and I've got to work on some of the key issues that residents raise with me. Ed Miliband, the new Secretary of State for Energy and Net Zero, has already waved through three very large solar farm proposals, and there's one in North Bedfordshire, East Park Energy, which I've spoken with the proposers of since the election, told them I'm opposed to their plans, they're moving forward with their consultation, and I'm going to be working with parish councils about that. We know from the King's speech that Labour are intent on imposing a tax on education through putting VAT on private education. That's going to hit a lot of families in Bedfordshire, but also in North Bedfordshire we have a high concentration of public schools, and I've spoken with the leader of education at the council and with local private school heads as well, and with the Harper Trust. And it's clear, having spoken to the council, that there just aren't any places available in our secondary schools. So we've got to work and see how we can mitigate the impact of this very mean Labour policy on education and aspiration. Now, I said during the election campaign I was concerned about the impact of East West Rail on housing. I said the losses on that railway were going to mean that we were going to have 20,000, 30,000 new houses potentially in North Bedfordshire. And some people might have thought that I was scaremonger. Actually, right now, we've this week had a think tank say they want to put 250,000 houses in a new small city around Thamesford. Now, I think that's for the birds, but I'm going to make sure that I meet with the new, latest Chief Executive of East West Rail so they can understand what really is their plan, their latest plan for Thamesford. Now, it's beautifully sunny here today, but soon winter will come. And of course, just before the election, working with the Mayor of Bedford Borough, we set up the North Bedfordshire Water Management Alliance. I'm delighted to see that Central Beds are doing a similar thing as well. And so we're going to move ahead on those proposals. I'll be going to Y Boston later this week to have a look around some of the latest initiatives that have been taken by Anglian Water and others in that area. Now, during this week, I also had the opportunity to have a conversation with the chairman of the Hospital Trust for Bedford Hospital and Luton Hospital, because there's been a recent report by the Care Quality Commission into maternity. And I was assured, as we had a very good discussion, I was assured that the real impact of this report, which gave a very low rating to our maternity service, was much more about the management than the care provided at the hospitals. And I'll be continuing to monitor the work that the hospital does to get everything back to where we would want it to be. Talking about getting things to where we want it to be brings me to the Access for All project. This is a Biggleswade station. It's about providing access onto the station for people of all abilities. This project has gone on for, I think, 5 years and was a real bugbear for me because it was supposed to be done so much more quickly, I think by a year ago. Anyway, we've got another meeting coming up with the people now on the stage of developing this, and I think that's going to mean that we will now finally get access for everyone into the Biggleswade station. So, strong local voice, very busy, lots being done and lots more to do. I wish you all a very happy summer.